Hey, good morning, Moses Lake Christian Church. It is Tuesday, January the 18th, and I wanted to spend a couple minutes just recapping the sermon on Sunday and just some ideas that were there. Remember that we talked about the attitude that should be prevalent in the Christian heart and mind is joyfulness, and that joyfulness isn't going to be rooted in our circumstances, but joyfulness is going to be rooted primarily in where we allow our minds to dwell. It's a matter of perspective. If you want the sermon notes from that sermon, so you have the scriptures that I used, you're certainly welcome to email Dana, D-A-Y-N-A, at MLCC.us, and we'll get those to you. Remember that Dallas Willard said that the ultimate freedom that we have as human beings is the power to select what we will allow or require our minds to dwell upon. And so here's a few questions for us in 2022. Where will you focus your mind in 2022? Because where you focus your mind is going to have much to do with your level of joyfulness. How will you start and finish your day in 2022? How you start and finish your day will really impact your level of joyfulness, in part because it'll be about where you're deciding to let your mind dwell before you go to bed and what first thing when you get up. Where will you be reading in Scripture this year? I know that the morning time isn't necessarily the best time for everyone, but how you start your day and with some Scripture is really important. What will you be reading outside of Scripture to empower and encourage your mind? Then who will you spend time with? Who you spend time with really does impact how your life goes. And how will you manage your screen time, news, and social media? These are important questions. Now, I'm here in my study. This is where I start most of my days. I start my day here in my study with my 6 pencils. Remember my 6 pencils? Here's my pencil sharpener. You notice these pencils are all about the same length because I try to keep them all about the same length. I'm here with the Trinity. I light my candles in the morning, and that's a reminder to me that I'm not alone. I use my journal, and I try to journal consistently in the mornings, and I know that that doesn't necessarily work for everyone, or that's not something everyone's crazy about, but I find it to be really helpful. I challenge you to give it a shot. And then I use the Lectio 365 app, and that app looks like that, this one in the center. And you open that up, and it looks like this, and you just start the day with it. And you can listen to it, or you can read it. I listen to it and read it. But these are important questions about how you're going to launch into 2022 when we're halfway through January. So I want to encourage you to think about what you're going to let your mind dwell on this year, and how you're going to be attentive and intentional about the things that will bring you to a place of joyfulness. I hope you have a great week, and I hope this week's off to a great start. Take care.